Right now, breaking news as at least 3 mid-state counties bring back their mask mandates on the heels of a spike in COVID-19 hospitalizations across our state. Mask orders in Williamson, Sumner, and Wilson counties will start up again on Saturday. Fox 17 News' Kathleen Surree now with the latest tonight from Williamson County.
Williamson County originally put their mask mandate in place back in July, letting it expire in August. Now they and several other mid-state counties are bringing the rule back. I sat down with county leaders to find out what changed from this summer to now. This week, Governor Lee has made it clear that he won't put a statewide mask mandate in place. He continues to pass this decision down to individual county mayors.
We encourage them that if they believe that they should use that tool, then they should use it.
Today, several county mayors decided to do just that. It started with an announcement from Williamson County Mayor Rogers Anderson that their mask mandate will start again this Saturday.
I appreciate the governor giving us the tools to address the issue without forcing a one-size-fits-all statewide order. I believe local government is best positioned to make those decisions.
This is in response to the increased number of active COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations in Williamson County. I requested an interview with Anderson, but was told he had to leave town right after the early morning announcement. However, his office did offer to answer our questions by email. When asked if the mayor regretted letting the original mandate expire in August, they said no. They said certain benchmarks, like slowing the spread of the disease and getting schools and businesses to reopen, had been met when he made that call. City of Franklin Mayor Ken Moore says today's decision is the right move.
If I didn't feel like this was going to have some effect, I would not have been supportive of it. So I think we've seen that masks do have an effect on it.
Later in the afternoon, both Wilson and Sumner counties followed suit by reinstating their mandates as well. Governor Lee's executive order that gives county mayors mask mandate authority expires at 11:59 p.m. on October 30th, but his office anticipates this will be extended until the end of the calendar year.
All right. Thank you, Kathleen. When it comes to bringing back a mask mandate in Sumner County, not everybody is happy. Fox 17 News' Rachel Teedy live in Gallatin tonight. And Rachel, why are some saying this will hurt small business?
Well, it's kind of a mixed bag here. People say that this is good because it'll stop COVID-19 or help preventing it from spreading. But some say it's a bad idea because you can see we're in front of one of the small businesses here. They're worried it's going to prevent people from coming out and shopping. Christopher Newton's owned this place for almost 10 years. This is Epic Event Center, and lately, hosting events has been anything but, well, epic.
We're slowly picking back up. We think next year we're going to be booming.
His team opened a new restaurant to make ends meet. He thinks the county's reinstated mask mandate is a good idea. He wants things to open back up, and he feels like this will help.
People are so used to it now. People are going about their lives. You have to. We have to live.
We have it all.
A 3-minute drive away, you find Rebecca Emling. She helps run the Artisan Hatchery in downtown Gallatin, and she thinks the mask mandate is a bad idea.
People stay at home. They order online. They don't come out to shops like ours.
She said when the mask mandate expired in September, she saw business improve, and she's worried it'll drop again.
It is the fear that drives people to stay at home, to not get out, to not shop us locally.
I reached out to both the mayor of Gallatin and the mayor of Sumner County by phone and email today. Gallatin Mayor Paige Brown didn't want to do an interview on camera, but told me the city really has no power when it comes to mask mandates. I didn't hear from the county mayor. But his order says that an uptick in active COVID-19 cases in the area prompted this decision. He said local health professionals urged him to make this choice. Mayor Holt said he hopes that this mask mandate will allow businesses, schools, and hospitals to remain open and functioning by preventing a COVID-19 spike. He says that's important so that people like Rebecca and Christopher can stay healthy and in business.
We've had a few weddings over the last weekend, the weekend before. We had a wedding this weekend. People are ready to get back out.
Now, the CEO of Sumner Regional Medical Center, I should say, says that she's thankful that this mask mandate is back in place because she says they've seen more and more COVID-19 patients, putting more pressure on the number of hospital beds that are available. She said that's pushed the hospital to what she called a tipping point.
Nashville nonprofit says business owners of color are less likely to receive income assistance during COVID-19. This comes as we continue to tell you how COVID-19 impacts minority communities at a disproportionate rate. Fox 17 News' Rachel Teedy live in Antioch tonight with why this is the case. Rachel.
I got this report from Councilwoman Jennifer Gamble, and it breaks down by zip code who's getting the most assistance. We learned from this report that African American communities are receiving the most help right now, but this report from the Equity Alliance shows that the business owners of color are not getting the help they need. It's Patty's Sizzle on the Grill at the Junction Pub and Grill. Owner Sikvan Muhammad is trying to figure out how to keep the doors open. He owns 2 restaurants. For one, he was able to get a PPP, but not this location because it's too new.
With this location, it's been very difficult.
He's thankful he was able to get one at all because some folks weren't so lucky.
I can't imagine how difficult it would be. The PPP I got, it wasn't much, but it was just help enough to get by.
According to the Equity Alliance report, 60% of business owners of color in Nashville said they didn't get any financial help during the pandemic. Compare that to 38% of white business owners. The Equity Alliance report also says it's because payments are based on a business's gross sales that this puts minority small businesses at a disadvantage. I reached out to the mayor's office as well as several council members and the COVID-19 Financial Oversight Committee to learn how they're making sure the people who need the money are getting it. I didn't hear back, but the Metro Council did stipulate that 30% of the funds must be granted to minority-owned businesses. The report says there are some different hopes, too, for where the money could go. 31% of white Nashvillians said stimulus funds should go to businesses, but only 10% of black Nashvillians said the same. 13% of Latino residents agreed. 25% of business owners of color said they prefer to see federal relief funding go to support for food and utilities, as opposed to 6% of white business owners. In the end, Sekvan says he's thankful for the help he did get, and even though life is tough right now, he's not giving up.
If I didn't have that PPP coming in, to be honest with you, I won't be able to continue.
Now, like I said, it breaks down by zip code, right? So you can see how much money each zip code is getting. The top zip codes getting the most relief are also the top zip codes that are most at risk for COVID-19. Of course, we have this breakdown at fox17.com.